Welcome to step 3 of the process, which is promote. Promote. This is arguably the most important step out of this entire process because none of the stuff that we just did matters if it's not bringing in the sales, right? And so to get sales, you got to promote. So we're going to start on social platforms. Hopefully you guys already have Instagram, you already have your TikTok. Now we just need to get active, start creating some content, and make it really easy for people to discover not just that you have a beat store, but make it consistent, right? That was my number one golden rule, was consistency. So this is the part that I feel like a lot of new beat makers and producers kind of fall short on because there's no creativity to it. There's nothing really unique about it. And they're not doing it in ways that are capturing and keeping people's attention. So I'm going to give you guys kind of this is what I've been known for on social media. So I'm going to walk you through my thought process for everything and share with you guys my tips. So number one, you have to make it fun, make it engaging, make it creative as possible. And basically what you want to try to do is build a community around people that just love your beats. All right. So if you go to my Instagram page, right at the top right here, boom, we have an arrow that says Beat Store in all caps. People can just click on that link. Boom, there's a link to take them directly to my beat store. All right. Super easy. It's very, it's in all, I put it in all caps for a reason, right? I want people to see as soon as they come to my Instagram page. Now, as your eye keeps going down, you see right here, I put a IG story highlight just for my new beats. So if we click on that, I'm actually giving people previews in my IG story as I upload the beats. They're live in my beat store. I just take a quick screenshot of my screen and include a little link that they can click on to go directly to that beat. So if you want to find that link, you go to your beat store, you click on this button right here, and here's the short URL for each individual beat will have its own unique short URL. So I'm just going to copy that, and then I can paste it as a link in my actual IG story. All right. So I'm doing this every week. I'm doing this at least a couple times a week, just kind of throughout. I wouldn't do them all at once, but maybe like a couple on one day and then a couple the next day, and just kind of keep it consistent as a consistent reminder to people that I have new beats. Let's go. Also highly requested. Just put this one up yesterday. So you get the idea, but I'm creating an entire highlight reel of all the new beats. So the next part that we want to do is we want to actually, aside from just creating IG stories, we want to create engaging content for my feed that kind of lets people know like, hey, I got these new beats, go to my beat store, right? So I'm going to go to one of my recent videos that performed really well.
Kato on the track, beer.
All right, so let me break this down for you because there is a thought process that goes behind this. Okay, so I'm not one major mistake that I see a lot of producers and beat makers do is they take the same type of visual that we uploaded to YouTube and they just post that on their feed. I personally think that is the most uninspiring, uncreative way to share your music with people. I think about it in terms of Like, what would an artist do if they were promoting their music video? What would an artist do if they were previewing new music, right? They wouldn't post a static image with audio in the background. They're actually showing them on camera, engaging with their fans, rocking out. People get to see you. It's scientifically proven that when people see a face, they're much more likely to click on that versus a static image, right? So you take all of those kind of elements and you just flip it in a way that works for you. You don't have to be on screen kind of dancing to your beat. This is actually legit what I do when I'm at the crib just making beats by myself. I just vibe out. I walk around, I dance to it. I try to catch a vibe and a feel for my music. And if I can move to it, then I know it's good, right? All I'm doing is just setting up a camera to kind of capture me in that moment. So again, it's all about consistency. You want to make it very, very easy for you to replicate every time. So this video took all of 30 to 40 seconds to shoot, edit, and then boom, you post it right to Instagram. And we can see how it performed. It's got over 25,000 likes. And then let's go up here to the caption. I put who got something for it. And then I put a bunch of hashtags, a bunch of relevant hashtags. I didn't go overboard with it. I just wanted to pick ones that I feel like if I was a rapper on Instagram, what would I be searching to find beats, right? I'd be searching beats. I'm a rapper, obviously. I might come across other videos with the same hashtag. And so I think hashtags are definitely necessary and useful just for discoverability, people that don't follow you. But even going back to the caption, I put something engaging. I asked them a question. I'm not just saying, yo, check out my new beat. Beat link is in my bio, right? I'm asking people a question to kind of prompt them to leave a comment, because all those types of things push it into the algorithm. It helps the algorithm. Once Instagram sees that, oh, a lot of people are commenting on this one video, they're going to push it into people's feeds. So I want to create that type of engagement on my video. So this one, I think, is up to almost 400,000 views on Instagram. I posted it at the beginning of this month. It's barely been, what, 1 or 2 weeks, maybe a week and a half. And it's gotten me a ton of new follows, a ton of new people that are discovering me for this video. And so you also want to stay up on what the newest features or the trends on Instagram and these other social platforms are. I specifically posted this on Reels because I know that Instagram is going hard with the Reels. If you create a Reel, you're much more likely to get more views and more impressions than just a regular video on Instagram or even a photo, right? So definitely going hard with the Reels, especially right now. And just being aware of that and making sure that you keep your videos in that Reel format is important. So, you know, I'm doing this in as many different ways as possible. Here was a different beat video that I made. Again, prompting them with the question, y'all feeling this one, so that they'll leave a comment.
Kato on the track, yeah.
Going to the caption, man, someone caught this beat and run it up on the charts. You know, again, we're including relevant hashtags in it. And this one also did really well just in terms of engagement. You know, I'm doing this a couple times a week at least. So kind of pick your best beats, see which ones on YouTube are getting the most views, and pick those videos to make Reels out of. Make them fun, make them engaging, try to build that community, create that call to action, and, you know, sell yourself and sell your talent. Don't try to sell your beats. people will get turned off the second you say, click the link in my bio to go to my beat store and buy this beat, because you're selling something. People don't go to Instagram or TikTok to be sold products. They go to consume fun, educational, engaging, or entertaining content. So make it that, fit it in that mold, and you'll win. Basically the same thing on TikTok. You know, TikTok has a different algorithm. So you just want to spend some time on these platforms and really understand the types of content that are on these platforms and the audience that it speaks to. So same video, did pretty well on TikTok too, got over 100,000 views so far. But utilize all these platforms, man. TikTok especially, just because the reach on TikTok is so crazy. The algorithm's a little bit different than Instagram. So, you know, take advantage of this. One thing that I've done that has worked really well for me is allowing people to duet and remix my beat videos on TikTok and on Instagram. And this is the best type of commercial, because that's essentially what your content is. It is a commercial for your music and your brand. So one thing that has worked really well for me is the duets and the remixes on Reels. And I just let people rap on my beats. And if one or two of those go viral, that is literally the best commercial. And the best part about it is that it was free. I didn't have to pay for those views. I didn't have to pay for that extra exposure. People are doing it for me. It's user-generated content. And so that's part of just running the promotional and the marketing side of your brand and your music. So I would highly recommend just allowing people on these platforms to, again, engage with you and create remixes and duets from your beats. Now, one thing you'll notice when you start to do this is that a lot of people will just start DMing you directly on Instagram, asking about your beats. And this is a great kind of lead generator. If you're familiar with sales, or if you were in sales or had a 9-to-5 job where you had to sell any type of product or service, you know that lead generation is like the #1 thing for converting them into customers, right? You always want to get those leads. So just putting your commercials or your content out there is going to generate a lot of leads for you. People are going to DM you directly on Instagram asking about your beats. And I think the best thing that you can do is just like direct them to your beat store. That's why we have it set up so that it's all automated. You don't have to go through any sort of like one-on-one process to sell them. Just tell them, yo, I got a beat store. I think there's a couple beats on there for you that you'll really like. Hit it up. Here's the link, right? And that's the easiest and best way that you can send people and drive traffic to your beat store.